Welcome. I'm John Murnan. I'm the director of the recreational program here at Cherokee Impact. Thank you for taking the time to review this video, which serves as an introduction to our program. We're glad you made the choice, and we'll work hard to make sure that you and your child have a positive experience. Our program is based on three basic ideas. We are child-centered. All decisions are made with the best interest of the child in mind. We use developmentally appropriate strategies to take into account what children are capable of doing and understanding. And finally, we emphasize player development over winning games. Our coaches are volunteers. Many volunteered because no one else did. We have to work with their schedule. They're trained and have passed locally and federally mandated programs in order to work with the children. They're supported by me and they are evaluated. They're not perfect and sometimes issues arise. Please work with them and me to solve any problems. When you watch a practice, you should expect to see that the players are engaged and active almost all the time. They should be touching the ball hundreds of times each session. The coach should be focusing on skill development and they should be playing a lot of games. There's a saying in soccer that the game is the best teacher. Remember that when your kid comes to practice, she expects to play. The coach should make that happen. In our U5 and U6 program, practices are Saturday only and they're paired with a game. For our U8, it's 1 to 2 practices a week depending on the availability of the coach. For under 10 and older, it is 2 times a week. At practice, try to get there on time. We understand it's not always possible, but do your best. Bring a ball. The coach will usually have a couple extra ones just in case someone forgets. Players must wear shin guards. Cleats are not required but recommended. Make sure they're soccer cleats. And even on cool days, make sure your child has water. He's going to need it. In games, you can expect that players will never be denied playing time for any reason. All teams should be able to give players at least 50% playing time, and it's always more than that. Players should play a variety of positions once they figure out those positions. For our U10, U12 age groups, players can never play more than a half of each game in goal. You are not allowed to stand near the goal during gameplay. Your position is on the sideline opposite the coaches and players. Please try to get your child to the game 30 minutes before the scheduled start of the game. The schedule says 10:30, that's when the game starts. Home team is listed first in the schedule and wears red. Visitor wears blue. Bring both jerseys just in case somebody makes a mistake. Players get better the more they play. At home, encourage your child to go outside and play when she has free time. If you're up to it, try to play with your child. We don't recommend playing inside, just to save your furniture. If you haven't watched any soccer, check out Atlanta United. You can learn a lot by watching the pros, or maybe even try playing FIFA for fun. One of the perks we offer is free training with me. There's no sign up, just come out and see what it's like. We focus only on skills and we have a lot of fun. U5 and U6 players can get in an extra session each week by attending the Tuesday session. I run the sessions along with other parents and coaches and model everything I want my coaches to do. Check it out. Your coach is the primary face of our organization. You should see him or her modeling appropriate behavior at all times. During games, they shouldn't be shouting at the players, but instead coaching the players not currently in the game. They should let the players play, and there should be a focus on skills learned in practice transferred to the game. If you do have concerns about a coach's behavior, please contact me. Cheer Don't Steer is our parent and coach behavior program. It emphasizes sportsmanship and respect for all involved in the game. That includes the referees. Remember, the game is player-centered. Instead of telling your child what to do, try to stay in the moment and enjoy the experience. They won't be this age forever. Give them the freedom to solve their own problems. The program is very simple. Encouragement is encouraged, and specific tactical advice is not, especially the kind of advice that doesn't promote using skills to solve problems. Kicking the ball away is the number one problem we deal with. Don't encourage it. We make the game fit the children. We modify the field, we modify the rules, the number of players on the field, all of it to make the game better for the players. So we encourage a developmental atmosphere where players can get better and fall in love with the game. In the end, remember, we want what you want. We want the kids to run around. We want the kids to play. We want the kids to improve their skills so that they want to come back to play again with us next season. Thank you for taking the time to look at this video. If you have any questions, on the next slide, you can see a way to contact me. Have a good evening.